Hello, guys. Today we are going to talk about a book called Sandstorms, Libya from Gaddafi to Revolution by Lindsey Hilsum. Anyways, this is a book. The title is Sandstorms, Libya from Gaddafi to Revolution. Well, this is basically a book by the reporter or journalist Lindsey Hilsum, who works for the Channel 4 News, and she goes to various countries to do interviews of people and to cover the news for them. As I told you before, she works for Channel 4 News. Okay, and she goes to various countries. She goes to Libya in 2011, I think, and she reports on the life of Muammar Gaddafi, who is the leader of the country Libya, which is in Africa. So what happens is that it's about how she talks about Gaddafi and about how not that popular, and he's been hated by the people in his country as they make graffiti on the walls against him and are sick of him and stuff like that. It's about how Muammar Gaddafi meets the end of his life and his rule and leadership in the desert of Libya. Okay, and what happens? The book's name is Sandstorms, by the way. So it's about how there's the end of Libya, the end of Muammar Gaddafi, who is the leader of Libya, and about how his regime ends. Okay, so the whole book revolves around Libya and about Muammar Gaddafi, who is the leader of Libya. Okay, and about how he's hated by people and how they want to kill him. Anyways, so what happens next is that it's about Libya. There are description given about the capital Tripoli and Benghazi, which is another city in Libya, which is the hometown of Muammar Gaddafi. Anyways, so this book is about the beginning of Muammar Gaddafi to the end of his regime and his reign, about how he dies a miserable death, and about the 2012 elections and stuff like that, and about how people are sick of him. And it's done by the journalist Lindsey Hilsum, who portrays a brilliant picture of Libya and Muammar Gaddafi and his regime and how he tenure and stuff like that. Anyways, what happens next is that it's about how brutal and cruel the dictator was, Muammar Gaddafi, and about how he tortured people in prisons like the Abu Salam prison, where people were tortured and disappeared and they vanished. So that's what happens in this book, guys. It's about Libya. It's basically all about Libya and Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi, and about his regime and what he does and stuff like that. And it was not that long, actually, guys. It was hardly around, I should say, around uh, um, um, 289 pages long, which is really short for me, as I'm used to reading fat books. And that's what it's about, guys. And then the topic sandstorms comes into it. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happens in this book, guys. It's about how brutal and cruel the dictator Muammar Gaddafi was, and about how he did what he did, and how his life came to an end, and then about what tortures he did in prisons. Okay, bye, guys.